I'd like to demonstrate a couple different ways to delete spammy comments in WordPress. And in this case, we're taking a look at ilovelakeliving.com. And you can see as we look at the comments section in WordPress, there are about 1,800 pending comments to review, 840 that are already in the spam box. We've set up a Kismet on this site already, or just recently after the spam comments came in, and that's helping to find some of the worst spam comments, but there's still a lot that need to be reviewed. So if we click on pending, this will take us to the comments that have not yet been reviewed or didn't get reviewed in time by a Kismet. We can see these, and a quick scroll through this will show us that these are just the spammiest of the spammiest things too. They just made it through the initial very basic filter. So one option to delete these would be to come through here and select these and then bulk delete a few of them. That takes quite a while. We can also select all of them, which by default will select 20 at a time, and then we can delete them all. We can go to screen options up here at the top right corner, and we can change the number of comments displayed. The default is 20. We could up that to 100. You don't really want to go too much higher than 100 or 200 or so, because WordPress can't always necessarily load those or do the actions. In this case, we want to delete them as fast as we like. But after we do that, then we have lots of comments. So we could do these at 100 at a time, but still with 1,800 pending comments to get rid of, that's still 18 times we have to load the page, select them all, delete them. And the processing of that, the actual deletion, will take a little bit of time too. So that's a slow way to do things. So is there a better way? That's what we're going to take a look at next. So let's take a look at installing a plugin. A plugin is kind of like an app in the WordPress world. We want to go over to plugins in the admin section and click add new. And this will take us into the add plugins thing. We want to search. Oh, my cat's saying hello in case you can hear that. Actually, my girlfriend's cat. She's very loud and a little bit senile and might get loud. But anyway, I'm going to come in here and I'm doing a search on bulk delete comments. I don't necessarily want the first plugin that comes up. I want to do some critical thinking on these options as I see them. I'm going to opt myself for the WP bulk delete plugin. And I'm doing that for a couple reasons. This is Gracie, by the way. We're going to take a look at this because it's been updated just 3 weeks ago, whereas the one that came up first in the list was updated 4 months ago. It's not as recent. Maybe it's not being maintained. I don't know, but I'm going to trust this one a little bit more. It's by a theming company as opposed to an individual. It has 6,000 installs versus 2, and the main reason, it's just been updated. Now, I've previously looked at this, and as I looked at more details, I came down, I scrolled in through here, and I found that it has a delete comments option. I can delete comments. I can delete them by status. That would be deleting everything that's in the spam box, deleting everything that's in the pending box. And I think that will be most useful in this particular case. There's also some conditions and filters that we can use, or we could do it by date range. So if a lot of comments just came in during a particular month, you could do it by that month. Maybe you want to focus on other things before that or after. They do have a pro version. I'm not recommending the pro version, but we don't need that at this point in time. So I'm going to install this now. There we go. Click install, and you can see that it's running right there in the button. It's now installed. After it's installed, I need to activate it. And now it's active. And when I come into comments now, let's see where this shows up. See if we have the option here in the comments tool. Oh, my screen options is still set to display 100. I'm going to crank that back down to 20 so that this is easier to manage in the view. And let's go into pending, see if our tools for this new plugin show up there. I'm not seeing it there, so maybe it's somewhere else. Take a look at tools, settings. It's up here under bulk delete. I totally missed it. This is the thing about plugins. Sometimes they will put them into different places. Sometimes they'll just be in the generic top level menu over here in admin. Sometimes they'll be in settings. Sometimes they'll be in tools. In this case, I was looking right at it and I totally missed it. So I want to come into delete comments, and Here it gives me the quick stats on everything that we've got, and this is exactly what we want to take a look at. We want to, in this case, get rid of all the pending comments, all the spam comments, and all the comments that have been trashed or sent to the recycle bin. For this particular site, we're basically working to set things straight, put in additional security to block these spammy comments from ever coming in the first place, and we don't want all the mess for a bunch of different reasons. Leaving spammy comments on a site can be dangerous. So I'm going to hit delete. It's asking me for sure if I want to delete 2,800 comments at once. I definitely do. And they're successfully deleted. So now if I go back into comments, WordPress needs a chance to refresh. Everything is clean and looking good. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. If there's something more advanced that you need done, there's other ways to do this as well. This is just one quick way that might help.